Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing walkthrough solves for every single WCA puzzle. Let's get started. So for this first scramble, I see this block right here, and there's another orange, but that would be 4 moves, and I see yellow would actually only be 3 moves, so I would just move. So I'll do yellow on the bottom here, move that one down, put those two together, move the rest down, and now I just have a CeeLo. For this one, I really do not see anything too good. Probably would just go with yellow. So what I'll do is move those two together. Then if I do a U2, compare those two together. And what I'll actually do is like cancel into R2, F2, R2. I don't know EG2. So I won't be able to do the like diagonal layer like that. So I'll cancel into R2, F2, R2 to complete the layer. And then I actually ended up with a really easy CeeLo. So for this case, I'd go with orange, super easy 3 move layer. And then I would just do an EG1. Okay, for this one we have a 2 move layer for blue, very easy. And then again, we just have EG1. So I have this block right here, but I don't see anything super great for green or white. I'm going to go with white since I can just do a completed face, so I'll just only have to do a CeeLo. So I'll kind of move this one down, move that over, line them up, put that bar in, and then I just have CeeLo. I see this block right here, yellow, red. Seems like yellow would probably be the best option. So I'll just move that corner down, kind of just cancel into putting that one in. And then I just have a super easy CeeLo case. For this case, I see this big block right here. And I would probably just go with white. So I put that corner down and then that one in. And now I just have CeeLo. For this one, I see this block here. I looked at orange, but I think yellow is the best way to go. So I'll just move this corner over, pair those two up, move that block down, and then easy CeeLo. For this solve, I'm going to do green because it's just a 2 move face. Actually a pretty easy one look with EG1. So I just put that corner in, bring them down, and then do the alg. For this scramble, I'm going to go with blue. I'll do EG1 and the bar will be in the back right here. So first I'll insert this corner in the back right there, and I'll just do it like so. And now I will just do my EG1 case. For this scramble, I'm going to do white, so I'll do EG1, the bar will be right here. So first I'll put this last corner in, and that leaves me with an EG1 case. I really don't see anything too great for this scramble. I'd probably go with blue and do EG1, so this will be blue and the bar will be in the back here. So first I'll move that corner down, then I'll bring that one down, then I'll put this last one in the back. So now I have the face, and now I just have an EG1. For 3R3, I'm actually splitting it up into 2 sections. I'm going to have a green cross section, which is what I normally do, and a white cross section, since I know that's what most people do. So we're going to start off with green cross. These 2 edges are already in correctly, and then with 1 move I can bring down the white edge, and then D prime, correct all 3, and then just put down the orange green. So that was literally like a 2 move cross. And then I see my first pair right here. I'll do orange and white, so I'll just bring that out and then insert that in. Next, I'm probably just going to do the red and yellow because it's right there, so I would just move that down and then put it into place. Next up, I would do white, red, because it's right here. So just move that over, bring them together, insert it. Oh, and that's nice. It gave me this pre-made pair of the orange, yellow, so I would insert that like that. And if I insert it with a sledge, I will have a very easy OLL. So I do that, and then unfortunately got an end perm. AUF, and that's it. Alright, so for our next one with 2 moves, I can get these 2 edges in pretty easy. Next, what I would do is just a D prime, so I can bring down the green yellow, and then I would do the red green, so just move it up like that. D prime, bring it down. Now, the next thing that I see is I'd actually do the red yellow, because that's also going to get these 2 in a good position. So I would just bring it up, insert it in the back like that, and that separated the red white as well, so I can just really easily put that in, 3 move insert. Next, I am going to do yellow orange, so they're already together, but I just have to separate them and then insert like that. And next we have the orange white, very easy. Again, separate them, insert it in. We have a nice OLL, and for PLL we have a G perm AUF. Alright, so this is a pretty nice cross. So these 2 edges are both only 1 move away from being into place. So I would start off by just bringing them both down at once like that. Then I would do a U prime to move the green yellow in place, bring it down, and D prime. Next up, I see that this pair is pre-made, of course, so I would just put that right in. After that, I would do the orange yellow. The corner is already right there, so I would just move that over, bring it up, and insert it in. Next, I would probably just go with red white. I would bring it out, separate them, insert it in, and then last I would do the red yellow, same deal, separate them, insert it in, and that also corrected the edges, so I can just go right into my OLL. And then we have an A perm and AUF. Okay, so for this cross, I can see that with 1 move we can bring down this edge, and that way the orange and white will be correct relative to each other. We also got the red down there, so what I'll do is let's bring it up, correct the other 2, bring it back down, and then do the last edge, which is yellow. And I see that I can actually do the white red in the back very easily, so I would just put them together and then insert them in the back like that. Next, I would do the yellow red, so very easy, just bring that up, they're together, and insert it in. Next, I would probably just do the orange yellow, so I would just bring this edge out, and then I would separate them and insert. And then my last edge, I would do orange white, and I would just move it down, bring it back, that way they're aligned, and insert it. Next I have OLL, and then for PLL we have an R perm. Okay, for this saw, I see that 2 cross edges are already in, which is pretty nice. So what I would do is just do like a D prime, and then I can put these 2 in relative to the rest, and do a, or sorry, I did a D, now I'll do a D prime to put it back. I see that the blue, red edge and corner are already right here, so it's super easy 3 move insert for that pair. Next, I see blue and orange. I see the corners here and the edges here, so if I just do a U2, they'll be correct. The pair will be paired up, so I'll move that out, and then I can insert it back here in the back like that. Next, I will probably, neither of these are too great, but I'll probably do green and orange, so I'll move that corner out, and then I'll move the corner over, so that way when I bring this edge out, they will be correct like that, so I can just do a 3 move insert. Next, I will do this last pair, so what I'll do is just move this edge out, and then I can put them together like that. OLL and J perm. Okay, so for this one, there's 2 edges already in, but they are not correct relative to each other. So first, what I'll do is I'll probably just take the blue out. I'll do a D2, put the blue back. That way they can be relative to each other. And now probably just do a D prime that way, or a D, that way I can get them both in the correct spot. Now I can insert the yellow easy in just 2 moves like that, and then I will insert the green like that. Now the first thing that I see is the green red, so the edge is already in, the corner's up here, so I can just do that to get it in. Next I see the green and orange, so the edge is here, corner's here, super easy, 3 move insert in the back like that. Now we have 2 pairs in. For the next pair, I'll do orange and blue, so what I can do is insert the pair like that, separate them, and then 3 move insert. And the last pair I see is the blue and red. The corner's already down there, the edge is up here, so I'll move the edge over, that way when I bring the corner up, they can line up, and then insert it. Now we just have OLO and A-perm. Okay, for this solve, first I will start by putting in the red and blue edges, so I'll kind of do them in the back like this. So first I'll move down the red, and then I'll move down the blue, so those two are correct relative to each other. Next I'll move down the green like that, move them all over so I can put down the orange, and then just do a D2 to finish it up. Now I see the green and orange pair like this, so I can insert those in the back right here, so I'll move that over. I'll take out the edge, and I align them so that way all I need to do is 3 move insert. Ooh, and then I see the green and red are also in a place where I can do another 3 move insert in the back like that. So now I have those 2 pairs completed. Next, I see red, blue, pretty easy pair, just separate them, and then 3 move insert again. And then for the last pair, I see the orange and blue, so I can just move that out of the way, bring the edge over, put them together. I'll insert it with a sledge to correct the edges. Super easy OLO and A-perm. Okay, this is not too good of a cross, but I see that the green edge is already in, so I'll just do a D prime, move that into place in the back right there. Next, I can bring down the blue, because that's right in place. Now what I'll do is I'll bring up the orange one, so it's on the top. Now I'll do a U prime to put the red one in place, move that down, another U prime to put the orange in place, bring that one down. First pair I see is orange and blue, so I could actually kind of cancel right into it. So I will pair those 2 up and then insert it. Next I see the blue and red is actually edges here, corners here, so really easy pair, 3 move insert. Now I'll rotate. The first thing that I see is the green and orange, so I will pair them up like that and insert them in the back. And now I can go right into the orange and green, so I'll separate them like that and pair them up, 3 move insert. We have OLO and A-perm. Okay, I see that the white and green edge is already in and the orange edge is in flip. So pretty much my plan is what I do is I can do just like that to get those 2 edges in, the blue and red edges in 3 moves, but that'll leave this one in flip. So what I'll actually do is move this one up. That way when I do that, it'll be on the top layer, so I can easily move it over and put it in. The first pair that I see is the red and green, so the edge is actually already in, but I can move it out so that way they're paired up, and I can insert that pair in the back like that. Next, I see the blue and red, so the edge is right there, so I'll move the corner out. Now I can rotate and just do like a 3 move insert in the back like that. Now I see the blue and orange, the corner's there, the edge is there, I'll move the edge over. That way when I put the corner out, they'll be lined up and ready to go. And then the last pair I see is the last pair is the green and orange, so I see the edge right there, so move it over, pair them up, and then I'll just cancel right into a sledge to insert it in. OLO and PLO. We have a T-perm. So for 4x4, I'm kind of going to do the same deal where I'm going to do half green cross and half white cross. So we're going to start off again with green cross. So I already see this little bar right here, so I'm going to make that the downside. So first I'm just going to move that over, line that up, so now I have 2 bars, and I'll do a D prime, move that over, move that one down. Now for this, pretty nice, that bar's already made, so I just move that center up and then put the bar in. So now I am moving into getting the first 3 cross edges. So the first thing I see is the green and white right here, so I just move that over, line it up, bring it down. I see that the green and red is right there, so actually before I bring this down, I'd probably move that over, so that way it would bring that one down as well. And then you have to make sure that you put it in the correct color scheme, so it would go right there. And then for the last one, I will probably just do green and yellow, so move that up, and then bring that one down, line them up, and put it into the right spot. Now I'm moving into getting the last 4 centers, so I see orange is right here, pretty easy. I want the space to be on the top, so I'd bring that center up, and then finish up orange. Here we're going to have white, so that's pretty nice, so I'd move this one up, and then I have the last bar down here. And for the last one, we're doing red right here, so we would just bring it up, move it back. Now, for the last edge, I see green and orange, so pretty easy. Move that out of the way, bring it down, line it up, put it in a spot, D. And now I was looking into edge pairing, and the first thing that I saw was actually the red yellow. So move that out of the way, bring down the orange yellow. So now I'm looking for the orange yellow, and it's over here. Now I'm looking for the blue orange, and it is right there. So now I'm looking for the blue red, which is right there. And then that pushes the red yellow or red white out of the way. See the red white right there, move it down. And then I have my last 3, which is really easy. So we have the orange white, so line that up so it's the orange white, and then here we have the blue yellow, so put the blue yellow on the bottom, no parity or anything. And then we just have 3x3 stage. So first pair is we'll do in the back right there, and then we'll do right here red yellow. Next we will do orange white, insert it in the back, and then we'll do orange yellow. We can insert it like that. Super easy Olo. And for peel off, we just have a T-perm. So for the next solve, I see we have a bar on the bottom already, and then these 2 are pretty much already in place to go in. So just do a D prime, get that out of the way, line those 2 up, bring them down, and before I bring them down, I'll actually move this bar out of the way to preserve it, because why not? Now I would insert this one actually, so that way the end super easy, just move that bar up. For the first pair, I actually see green and white, so I'd move that up, bring that one up as well, put them together, bring them down. Next thing that I see is the green and yellow, so I'll bring that one up, it's right there, bring that one over, move it down, align it, and of course we'll make sure it's in the right spot relative to the white. And then for the last bit, I see the I guess I'll just go with the orange and green, so move that down, align them, make sure they're in the right spot. Next, for the centers, the first thing I'll do is white, so it's very, very easy. I'll just move that one up, and now I see the last one is in the back right there. This is going to be red, not too great of a case unfortunately, so what I'll do is first I'll just move that bar so it's in the right orientation, bring it up. Now I'll switch and work down here and just put these 2 together, and now I can bring that bar up. For yellow is pretty easy, so I'll just move that down, rotate the bar, and then finish it up. For the last edge, we have green and red, so the pieces are right here. So what I'll do is I'll actually just move this out of the way, bring that one up, move that one back, so now we have those paired up, move them up, bring it down, and the cross is completed. So right off the bat, see my first pair, which is blue, white right there. So move that over, put the blue, white in. Now I'm looking for red, white. I see red, white right there. Now I'm looking for blue, red, and I see blue, red right there. Move that down. So now I'm looking for red, yellow. See it right there, very easy. And now I'm looking for orange, white right there. Line it up. So we just have last two edges, so bring that down. And now I'll just do the flipping alg. And that is it for edge pairing. Now we are going to do 3x3 stage. So just start with orange, yellow edge, bring that in. Now we will do red, white, and red, orange, or red, yellow, sorry, and white, orange, and we have OLL parity, so we'll just do the parity alg, OLL, and U-perm. So now we are going to move on to the white cross solves. Oh, that's sad. Anyway, so I see the bar right there, and then, yeah, I'll just move this one, do like a U2, put those together, bring that bar down. Now I'm going to do yellow on the top, so first let's move that center up, and then just do a wide U to make that second bar, and bring that center up. And now, right off the bat, I see my first pair, which is orange and white, so just move that over, line them up, bring them down. Now I see I can do red and white for my next one, so move that over, bring it down, pair them up, and put it in the right spot relative to orange. Next I see blue and white, very easy as well, just bring that one up, pair it, and put it in the right spot. Oh, and the green center stayed preserved somehow. That is actually pretty surprising. Anyway, now we're going to be doing orange, so I'll just bring that piece up. Now I'm going to move everything down here so I can pair those two up, and then I can do U2, put that last bar up. And now for the blue center, what I'll do is first I'll just put this edge, or this centerpiece up there, and now I'll do the final bar. And now for my final edge, green, green, white, don't say anything really too great, but move that one down, and then I'll misalign the layers, move that down, realign so they're together, and finish up the cross. And now I'm just going to slice over. Now I'm looking for blue, orange, and I see it's right there, so just take it out, put it in correctly. Now I'm looking for blue, red, which actually is over there. Now I'm looking for yellow, orange, right there, and slice back. So now I'm going to keep going, looking for green, yellow, which is right there. Slice over. Now I'm looking for green, red, which is convenient, right there. And now I'm looking for yellow, blue, right there, slice over, and I'm looking for yellow, red, right there, slice back. And now we're just going to do F2L, so I see I'll do red, green pair right there, and then I will do the orange, blue pair in the back like that. Now I will do green, orange. Now I will do the last pair. OLL, and we have parity for PLL, so I'm actually going to do the parity first, that way I'll just end up with a J-perm, and do the J-perm, and that's it. Okay, for this solve I'll be doing white right here, so the first thing that I'll do is I will move this centerpiece over, so that way when I bring it up it'll go right next to this one. Then what I'll also do is move that over, so that way when I bring this one up it'll make a bar there too as well. So I'll move this bar over, move that bar over, bring that up. I actually have a pair already made, so I'm definitely going to preserve that. So first I'll do kind of like a D-prime to get the pair out of the way, so I will preserve it. Now I'll move this bar up for yellow, and then next I see that the last center is right there, so I will I can just do a big slice to get that over, and now I can bring up that last bar. So now I have my first two centers and this pair conveniently already made. So the first thing that I'll do is orange. It's right, the one edge is right there and the next one's already there, so I can just bring that up, slice over to pair them up and put them right in. Next, I see the red. Again, I can just slice over to get that paired up, do a D2, put them in. Now we're moving into edge pairing, so I'll start right off with red. I'll bring this center up, so move those out of the way, bring that up. Now I can move it over again and bring that one up. Now we're going to move down and do green right here, so that bar is already made, so we'll make a bar up here. Now I'll just move this bar over like that and finish up that center. Now we're going to move down, do orange, so very easy. Now for the last pair is going to be blue and white, so I see the ones there, one's up there, so I'll move that one down. So that way I can do a slice and it'll be correct. Move it up, slice back, and then I can put that last cross edge down, and the cross is complete. So now I will slice over, so I'm looking for red and yellow. I see red and yellow right there. Now I'm looking for green and yellow. I see green and yellow right there. Now I'm looking for blue and orange, and it's already over there, so I'll just slice back at this point. So I got those two pairs. Now I'll slice over again, and I'm looking for orange and yellow, so I will do that. Slice back. Now I'll move down the green and red, so that way I can pair it up there. So slice that over, and we kind of just have two like double swaps, so I'll move any of them down. That way I won't have to just do the flipping out twice. So I'll slice over again, and I'm looking for blue and red, so I'll move that down. So I just want to real quick kind of explain what I did there so it makes a little bit more sense. Pretty much the case was I had two pairs that just needed to be swapped with each other. So what I pretty much would have had to do is just do the flipping algorithm twice. So switch these two and then switch these two. Instead, what you can actually do is kind of align them to pair like normal, and then you can just bring in another one of the pairs, and then you'll just have a nice like 3 cycle. So it's a little bit easier than just doing the flipping out twice. Now I see the orange red pair, I see the orange green pair, the red blue pair, the blue orange pair. We do have OLL parity, and OLL and VPerm. I don't see anything too great, not any like big bars or blocks or anything, but I'm gonna start with orange because with one move I can bring this center up. So I already have my first bar right there, and then I know I already saw this small block, so that'll be super easy to get that bar, and I would bring it up. And then my last corner's right there, so I would just match that to the edge, do U2, put that next corner up, and then bring that last bar up. So then I would put that center on the bottom. Now I'm working on my second center, so first I would just get this edge one in, and then for my first kind of bar I'll do this center, bring that corner up, bring that corner there, and bring it up. And then these two are very easy, and then the last center edge I will put like that, and then bring it up. So next I see white is pretty nice because with one move I can get that edge in there, and then what I can do now is just do a little U2, and then I can bring this edge up, knock that bar out, do a U, bring that bar back, very nice. Here I see these two corners are already together, so I just bring the edge up, move it out of the way, bring it down, and insert that. I see a full bar right there, which is nice. I'm definitely going to do green next, so first just get that edge up there, and then bring the bar up. And Okay, this is pretty nice. We already got a small little bar right there, so I would just put that last one in and then bring it up to the top. So what I would do here is I would probably just make like a small little bar to go right there. So I'll do this edge in this corner, put them together, bring it up like that, and then this is very easy, so I would just bring that down, you two bring it up, and that is my last center. So I immediately see these two pieces right there, orange green, and I see the other orange green centerpiece right there, so I bring that down, move them over. So that's my first pair right there. Looking into my second pair, I see this little block right here, and I see this little block, and I see the last piece. Perfect. So I'll bring down the blue red, and then I will bring down the last blue red piece, pair it up. Next I see the white green, and I see the last one right there, so bring this one down, bring that one over, and then I would insert the center one in, pair it up like that. I see this bar red white, and I actually see the last edge right there, so I'll just bring this one up, then I'll just do the flipping out to rotate that piece, bring the last bit over, and that's it. So I'll just move it up to the top. I like to put all my first four on one side, that way I can just rotate, and now there's like a way smaller area that I have to look for pieces, so it's a bit easier to find them. So the next thing that catches my eye is actually the red yellow, because I see the last two pieces right there. So bring that center one down, move that over to pair it up, bring that one down, move it over. That's my first pair. And then of course I see the green, yellow, and the last bit right there, so move those two down, then move that one, and in doing so I actually saw the orange blue, which is pretty nice. So first I'll bring down the center one, and then I see the last two right there, so pair them up, and then I see this bar right here, orange yellow, which is pretty easy. I see the last one's back there, so bring that down, bring the last one down, bring that over, pair it up, and that is it for edge pairing. So the first thing that I see, very easy, I see the orange white, and then I see the last edge right there, so and it's actually in the right spot, move that over, do the flipping algorithm, bring it back. Next I see the same kind of deal with blue white, so it's right there, so I would just bring it over, same thing, flipping algorithm, and pretty nice case, no parity or anything, just do my last one. So I bring that over here, go like that, flipping algorithm, bring it back. I do green cross, so I'm just going to do green, but I'm not going to go too in depth for the 3x3 stage. So first, pretty easy cross, bring that down, puts that in place, puts that in place. Next I would do the orange white pair like that. Next I would do this is terrible, 3x3 stage. I'd probably just do this pair, the red white, put that in. Next I would do orange yellow right there, and last I would do red yellow, and then we have Olo and Pilo. For this solve, I really don't see anything too great. I'd probably just go with orange since I see a block there and then another block there. So first I'll just move up one center, and then, one like edge, and then I'll move in that block, put in that block, and now I'll just look for the last three pieces. So I see the ones right there, so I'll move this out of the way. I will bring that up, move that over, bring that last one in, so now I have the last bar, and that'll just go down right here. I see this edge right there, so I'll do that, so I have one bar right there. Next, I see that I can put that corner down, then that corner down, that's another bar, so I'll move that up, and I see my last two corners right here, so I'll move this edge over, put that corner in place, put that corner in place, and that's my last red bar. So I have 2 centers done now. I will move into, I'll probably just do yellow, so I'll move that edge up, and then I have this block right here, so I can move that up. Now I'll just make another block with like that, and then I can bring that down as well. And then, so I'll move this out of the way so I can begin moving this last corner up like that. And then I'll put this final corner in, so move this over, align them together, and that's the final block. So, or the final row. So next, I'll do blue, start with that corner, or this edge going up there, like that. Next, what I can do is a nice trick that I like doing. So I'll put that edge up there, and then I'll knock out that bar. So I will do that. Then if I bring it back, the bar will be in place. And then the last third, very easy. Just move that down, move this over, bring it back, so I have that last bar, and I'll bring it up. Now I'll finish off the last 2 centers. So first I'll put that little block in, and then for the last 2 I will just move that down to match up with that. And then what I can do is bring that last bit in like that. Now we're on to edges. The first thing I see is the green and red, so I see that the center, the edge right there, and then I see the other 2 edge pieces right there. So first I'll move this one down to bring that one out. Then I'll move the last one back down. Now I see the blue and red center right there, or center edge right there, and see the last piece right there, so I'll bring that one down as well. Next I see the orange white, so I see them all right here, so I'll move those 2 down, and now I'll move the third one down, line them up. Now I see all the blue yellows, see one right there, the last one's right there, so I will move that down, bring them all together. And for the last thing, I guess I'll get started on the green and white, since that's really the only thing I see. So move that down, align the green and whites together. And now I have one side done, which is super nice, because now I can just put that on the bottom, and I won't have to worry about looking on the bottom. So I see the last green and white right there, and then that now I see the green and oranges there, there, and there. So I'll start by moving the center down, put that together, move the last edge down, put them all together. Next, I see the blue and white, so I see the corner right there. Those 2 are already together, so I'll move that down and align them. Next, I see green yellow, so I see one there, one back there. So first I'll move down the center one, align those 2 together. I'll move down the last one, and that is the last edge. So bring that up to the top. Now I am on my, or it's not the last edge, but we're done that first step of edge pairing. Now we're on the last 4 edges. So the first thing I see is this flipped edge. So we'll take care of that first. We can move this one over there, and we will just do the flipping algorithm to knock that out and correct it. We can do that again with this one, so move this over so it's like that, do the flipping algorithm, and bring it back. Now we're on the last 2, we're going to have parity, so what I'll do is just do a middle slice, then the flipping algorithm to flip the centers, and now it just gives me the parity case, so I have to, first I'll just change the orientation of that edge, just moved it around, and now I will do the parity alg. And now we're just doing 3 out of 3 stage. I'm going to do green, cross. First edge I'll do orange yellow in the back like that. Now I'll do orange white in the back again. I can go right into doing red white, and then I'll finish off with red yellow, OLO, and PLO. So with 6x6, I like to start with white and yellow just because, I don't know, I feel like it's easier for me to find white. So I see this bar right here, and then I see this little edge piece goes up there, so that'll go up, and then I'll move this center one up. So now I have my first full bar, and now I'm going to work on my second one. So I see that this piece can go up there, bring that down, and we'll put in the last bit to finish up that bar. And now I see that I have these two already together, so I'll probably work from that right now. First I'll line it up to that, and then we'll put the corner one in like that and bring it up. One more bar left, so we already have a little bit right there, so we can add this corner to it. And now we can add this last piece. And that's the first center. So now we're going to make our first bar of the second. So I'll probably work off of right there. So put that edge in, put that edge in. Now I have the first bar. Bring that up. Now for the second bar, see that edge piece. We can bring that one up, and then we'll move that over and bring this one up. So now we have two full bars like that. Alright, this last one's very easy. It's just missing the corner. Bring that up. And then again, yeah, this is pretty easy too. We'll just bring that up, move it over, and bring the last one in. So those are our first two centers. Now I don't have a particular order, but I'm going to go with red just because 2 moves I can get 1 bar very easy. And the next bar is very easy as well, so just move that over, bring that down, and bring it in. And next, I guess I'll just bring this up, and then I'll be moving these two into those spots. I'll move them down, move this over, move them back up, like that, bring that bar down. And now, I'll just connect these 3, and then the last corner is right there, so line it up and bring it down. So now I guess I'll do blue right here, so can bring that down to make a bar. Now I have 1 full bar. I'll bring that up, and now I'll just work from here. So bring this center one up to there, and I'll bring this edge one up to there, and I will finish off my first 2 bars. And then for the next one, I'll just use this corner piece to go right there. And now I'll put these 2 in the right spot, so just move that one back, do a U, move it over, or move the slice back, and then I just have these 2 little corner ones which I'll put in and bring that bar up. So now I'm on my last 2 centers. I'll start by just bringing this edge one up to get my first bar, and in doing so I actually made my second bar, so I'll move that over. And then here I have this is going to be my 3rd bar, so I see the other edge is up here. I can move that down, bring it back up. And now what I'll do is put this corner up there, like so, and put that part back. And now I'll just do a commutator for the last edge. And now going right into edge pairing. So I already saw this bar was already made, which is very convenient, and I was actually able to spot the rest of the red and white pieces, so I'll move that one in, bring it over, move the last one down, slice over. So that is our first pair. Now for our second pair, I'm seeing the orange-green. I see there are 2 orange-green edges so far, which is pretty nice, so I'll bring this up, move one of the orange-green edges down, line it up, move the last green one down, line it up, and I'm not seeing the other orange-green piece up here, so I'm going to rotate. I see it right there, bring it in, slice over, and that is our second pair. So next I'm going to be doing red and blue, because I actually see all the pieces 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So first I'll move this up, move that one in, slice over, move the last 2 down, slice them over, and that is another pair. So next I guess I'm going to go with, I don't really see anything too obvious, but I guess I'll just go with blue and yellow because I see one of the pieces right there. So I'll move that down. I don't see any other ones at the top, so I will have to rotate. Oh, I see one right there, and I see the last one right there. Okay, so that edge is done, and now what I'll do is I'll just put it up, and I see that I also have the blue-orange, and there's one edge there, so I'll make it so I can align that. And now I have all the edges on one side done, which is great. Makes it a lot easier to find the rest of the edges when I don't have to worry about looking at any of the bottom layers. So next we're going to keep moving with the blue and orange. I see it back here, so I'll move that up. Now that's a full pair. And next I'm going to do orange yellow because it's pretty easy, so move that one down, slice that one over, and then I'll just do the flipping alg for that last one. Next, I guess I'll do green and red because I see one of the corners back there, so I'll move this bit down. Now I got those three, and then I have the last one right here, so I'll line that up. And then I guess I'll just do red and yellow since there's two here, one here, and then the last one's right here, so move that down. Now I got three of them. Move the last one down, line it up, and that is the last pair. Now we're on to our last four edges. So first I'll just do the blue and white. And what I'll probably do is get that corner first since it's very easy. I can just do the flipping alg. And then I guess I'll finish it up by, again, I'll just move that over, do the flipping alg again to get the white blue over there. And yeah, I guess I'll kind of just do the same thing, or actually, well, yes, I'll do the same thing because I got green and yellow. The green and yellow edge is right there, so it's set up. I can just go right into the flipping alg. And now there's a few things I can do, but I'll probably honestly just do the green and yellow edge, the green and yellow corner right there because it's right there. So I'll move that up, slice over to line it up. And now I just have two pairs left, so we'll start off by just doing the flipping alg, get the oranges all together. And yeah, now we'll just align them because we have parity, so I will just do a quick parity alg. And now we're just on 3x3 stage, so cross, pretty easy. I see this pair right here will be my first pair, then we'll do white-red right here. Next we'll do orange-yellow. Now we'll do orange-white. And we have OLO parity, so do the parity alg. OLO. And we have PLO parity, so just do that, and then we're going to have a T-perm. Alright, 7x7, so again, I start with white just because I feel like it's the easiest to spot, and I'm going to do the first bar, so I already see these two, so I'll just bring those right up. Already got most of the bar made now, and I'll bring up this one right there, and then this will be my last one right here, so just do a U2, bring it up. So now I have my first bar right there. Now I'm going to start working on my second bar, and I already see that these three are aligned, so that is very nice for me, so I'll bring that one up. Put it in place, bring all of them down, and then this will be my last one right here, this edge one, so that'll go there, and then I'll bring that bar up. So now we have two more pre-made right there, which is nice. So I'll bring up the center one, so just do like a D prime to move it over, bring it into place. Now we have this one, so move that over, move it in. And yeah, now we have the last little edge one right there, so move that over. And we'll bring it up. So now we have the first three bars made. So now we're going to work on the last two. So I'll just work with these two. We'll get that corner in. We'll get that edge in. We'll get that edge in. That's another bar. We'll move that up. And then we'll move this bit down as well. Move it up again so there aren't any whites in there. So I have them all around that I can work with. So first I'll just move that out of the way, bring it back in. Now I'll bring this one into place there, and then I'll bring this last one into place, and that's the last bar, so I'll move it up. Now we're going to be working on yellow, so I see there is that one right there, can go up here, and then this one can go right there. And then over here I already saw there were those three in place, which is very nice. So I'll move this edge up. So now I just need that one, and it's right there, already in place. So move it over and bring that bar up. Now we have these two pre-made and these two pre-made, which is pretty nice. So we'll line them, bring them together. Now we can put that one in, and that is our third bar. So Now we can start on the last two, so we'll move that edge one up like that, and move that corner one up, and then we'll just move it over like that to get the last corner in, and bring that bar up. So now we only have one bar left. So first of all, I'll move this one down, line these two up, and then, oh, that's pretty nice. So we'll move this third one down, and then the last two corner ones are together, so we can move them both. And that's the last bar. So we have our white and yellow, we have our white and yellow centers done now. I don't have a particular order now. I'm going to go with red since it already has 4 in a row. So bring that up. That's our first bar. And then I see these 3 already together, which is nice. So first I'll put this one in over here, so move it out of the way. And then we'll just move that over, we'll move that one down, and that's our second bar. And for our last bar, we'll start by putting this one in, and now we'll put this one in. Alright, we'll put these 2 in now, so we'll put that one up, move it over, align that one, that's a full bar, and then we'll move it up. So now we have 3 bars made on red. I see the last one's already has 3 in a row. We have this corner, so we can just move that right up, and then the center, and that's our 4th bar. Alright, so now I guess we'll move on to here. So I'll move that down a lot to align these 2, and then I see the third one's right in there. So now we have those 3, and then the last 2 are already together. So we'll just line them up, move them out of the way, move all this back, and that is our last pair, or our last bar. So now we're going to do green. I see that there's already a bar made, which is really nice. So we'll just finish up this first bar with this piece right there. And now we will move the pre-made bar up. And now we already have these 2 made, which is really nice. So we can move these 2 up at once. And then we just have this last one, which is right there. So move it over, put it in, and we'll bring this bar up. So that's 3 bars on green. Now we are going to continue. So I see these 2 already in place, so we'll add this one to it. Now we'll add the center one, and then we'll do this last edge. So just like move it back out of the way, move this over, and move it into place. And now we'll knock these 3 out while we're putting that in, which is nice. We will move this back and into place, and then the last one will be down here. So move that into place, and now we have the green center. Now we are on our last 2 centers. So first, I'm just going to make a bar across orange like that. And next we can make, next what I do is I'll do one of the like edge bars. So I'll add the last piece right there, which is up there. So we can bring that down. And now we can put that bar in. So now we have 2 bars, one there, one there. And I can finish a bar. I have these 3 already, and then the rest of the 2 are up there, so I can bring that down, and now I can insert that in. So I have 3 bars done. Now we're going to do the next bar, which is this one, the middle one, and we are going to, that's pretty easy because I actually already have these 2 and then those 3, so I can just align them like that, insert the bar in, and now we are pretty much on our last bar. So it looks like I'm going to have to do 2 commutators, which is fine. So what I'll do is I will bring this down, do a U2 to bring that one up as well, and then I will insert these 3 in. So, and now I'll just do 2 commutators to get the last 2 in. Okay, so now we are on to edges. And I already see the red, yellow. I see 2 right there, and I see 1 right there. So we'll move that in, put the 1 in. I am seeing others at the top. I see the center one, so we'll get that one as well. So now we have 4. I rotated, and oh, I didn't actually have to rotate. Well, it doesn't really make a difference. I see the last one back here, so I'll move that over. So we have our first pair right there. Looking ahead, I see the orange-yellow, so I see 2 there and 1 there, so that's what I'm going to do next. So move in the orange-yellow, move that over. I see 1 other orange-yellow up here. That is the last I see, so I will rotate, and then I see the last one right there. So I'll put that in. Now I'm going to rotate back because I want to put all my edges on the same side. So next we'll do blue, yellow, because I see one there, and one there already. So move that one over. Now we'll move the center one down. So we have 3. I'm not seeing any more on this layer, so we'll rotate. I see one right there, and the last one's back there. So move that one over, and then bring that one down, move it over. Rotate again. I see these 2. We have the orange and white, and I see an orange and white center there, so that's what I'll bring down next. I see one back there, so I have 4 now, and that is all I see, so I'm going to rotate. I see the last one right there, the orange and white, so bring that down, and that pair's done. So now we're actually done the first. Next, I guess I'll do orange and green. I see one there, and one there, and one there, but that one's flipped, so I move the center one down, align that. I'll move the flip one, so the flip one's right there. So now we do have all of the first side done, edges, so that's nice. Now we don't have to worry about rotating anymore or anything. So we're doing orange and yellow, or orange and green, sorry. So I see 2 right there, see a third one right there. This one's in, but it's flipped, but when I move this one in, it'll bring that one out, which is nice. Now I can bring the one that was flipped back down, and I have finished the pair. Now I see a few things. I guess I'll do orange, green, because I see that one right there, and the center's back there. This one's going to be flipped, but I'll do that. Now I'll move the center one over, and then I'll move the one that's flipped over. That way when I bring this one down and move that one out, now I can move the one that was flipped back down, and I've completed that center. Now, okay, I'll do green and red. So I'll move that down, put that in. Then we got these 2 that are flipped. So what I'll do is I'll just do the flipping alg, bring them back, so we got another edge. Now the last one, we'll do blue and orange. I guess I see one right there, I see the center one right there, so move that over. We got this edge which is flipped. Oh, we got 2 edges that are flipped actually, so I'll move them over here. The 2 flipped edges are here. So next I'll move down this one, which will bring the flip edges out. Align that. We got those 3 now, and I can bring the flipped edges back down. And that is it for edge pairing. So we're just going to move our last edge up to the top. Or sorry, it's not it for edge pairing, but first 8 edges. Now we're on last 4 edges. First what I'll do is I'll actually move these 2 together into here. So I'll just do the flipping alg, get those 2 together, and of course this one is still flipped, but the last one is there. So pretty much what I'll do is the flipping alg again. And we got 1. I don't see anything too great. What I'll do is I guess I'll do like the red white. So I'll move this over. I'll bring this, while I'm moving this over, I'll bring this up to the top. So that way I can move the red white over like that. Bring it to the top, slice back. Now I will do this last red white edge right there. So move that down, put it in, and I moved it to the top, and now I'll slice back. So now we're on our last 2, and I'll just do the flipping out to get that edge over here. And now it looks like we have parity. So the first thing that I'll do is just switch these 2 edges. So I just did 1 parity alg, and then the last we just have 1 flipped center edge. So I'll do another parity alg. And now we are on 3x3 stage, so cross. We'll do red white pair. Now we will do orange white pair. Now we'll do yellow red, orange yellow, OLL, and we have a G perm. This is really not a good scramble. I'd probably go with yellow here. So first what I'll do is just like a U prime to put that edge in. And now before I bring these centers down, what I'll actually do is I'll do that tip. I'll move this one over. I'll move this one over. That way I can get that second pair, and so I'll have a full block right there. Now I can move that center in. Now when I move that block in, my whole V is done. So now I'll just do that tip, and now we just have an L4A. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do red. So first, I'll do this tip. I'll move this center in first, and that way it'll preserve this block. I'll move that block in. I'll move that block in, and now I just have a last 3 edges. For this solve, I'm going to go with yellow, so do yellow here. First, I'll do these 2 tips. Now what I'll do is I'll move this block out of the way, so I can move that center up. Now I'll move that center up, do the tip while I'm at it, and move the last block back. That's the V. And now we just have L4E. Okay, for this solve, we're going to do yellow right here. So the first thing I'll do is move this center up. So I'll do the tip, move that center up. That'll create this big block right here. So now I can move this center up and do the tip, move that block in, and now I just have L4E. This solve is a pretty easy one look, so I'll take you through the whole thing. I'm going to do red right here, going to move this block down first, and then what I will do, so this corner will be up here, or this edge will be up here, so I'll do a U, sledge, that'll put this edge in the right spot, bring this edge out, and then I'll do another U, sledge to put this edge in here, and that'll be it. So first I'll start with this tip, move the block down, rotate, do the first U, sledge, rotate, second sledge. So for this solve, I'm going to do blue, and blue will be right here. But before I start moving the centers up, I'm actually going to move over the edge, so that way I'll have this block here and this block here. So first I'll do that tip, move up that center first, put in that block, do the tip, put in that block, that's the whole V, and now I'll just do L4E. For this solve, I'm going to do red. The first thing that I'll do is so red will be here. The first thing that I'll do is put that edge in place. That way I'll have a little block there. So I'll do the tip, move the edge over, and now I have that block. Now what I'll do is I'll move this center up first. So I'll do the tip, do the tip, move that center up. That way I have a full block there. Move that center up, move the block in. Now we have a full V, and now we just do L4E. For this solve, I'm going to do green. It'll be right here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is move this edge over here, so that way I'll have a block. And what I'll do is I'll do this tip, I'll move that center over, I'll do that tip, move that center over, and that actually put this edge in place as well, so I have a full block now, and move that in. Now I have the V. Oh, and just a really easy sledge. Wow, this is like the hardest scramble I have ever seen in my life. Just kidding. It is pretty easy one look. It is 2 tips, a sledge, and then a U prime. That is the entire scramble. For this solve, I'm going to do red. So red will be right here, and what I'm going to do first is move this center out of the way to preserve that block. And in doing so, I'll actually create another block with that center. So I will move that center over. Now I'll move this one first so I can preserve that block. Now I'll move the second block. And now I just have a flipped edge L4E case. For this solve, I'm going to do yellow, so yellow will be right there. The first thing that I'll start off with is just doing these 2 tips. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move, even though the center's in place, I'm going to move it away to bring that edge down. So now when I bring that center down, I'll have that block in. And then before I move the center back down, I'll put that edge in the back like that. So now I have the completed V, and now I just do L4E and tip in the back. For this scramble, I would probably just go with yellow. So I'll start by doing this tip, moving down that center. Now I will do the green edge first. That way it'll also put this edge in the correct spot, like that. Now I'll rotate and I'll insert the blue edge like that. And since this edge is already correct, it'll just leave me with an L3, which happens to be a sledge. For this solve, I see a 2-move V on green, so very easy one look. So I'll do these 2 tips, move down that center, move down the block, and then just L4E case. For this solve, I'm going to do blue down here. The first thing I'll do is these 2 tips. Now before I move this center down, I'll put that edge in, so I have that block. Before I move this center down, I'll actually move it back like that so I can get that edge in as well. So now I have the full V and very easy L4E. For this solve, I'm going to do yellow. So I'll move this center up, then this center up, so I'll preserve that block. But what I'll actually do is move this center, I'll do like a U prime, move this center out of the way. That way when I bring this up, the yellow-red edge will be correct. And when I move this center up, it'll actually put this edge will go down here, and then it'll move up there. So I'm actually going to only have an L3E case, which is nice. So first, I'll do this tip, move this over, move that center up, move that center up. Now I will have the V finish, and I'll actually, so it leaves me with the L3E, but I'd actually kind of just cancel into it like that. Okay, so for the first saw, I'm just going to do orange. So one move, get that corner in, and then bring the last corner over, and we'll put that in. Oh, and that just leaves us with a U-perm. Very easy. Okay, so for this solve, we are going to do red. So one move to get that corner in, and then we're going to insert the last corner like that. And then very easy case, we'll just do a sledge and U-perm. So for this solve, I'm going to do blue. So first, we'll just move that corner up and then this corner up. And then we'll just rotate the last one like that. And don't know an alg for this case or anything, so just do double sledge and U-perm. For this one, I don't see anything too great. I kind of am just going to go with green. So I'll move that corner up, move that corner up, and then what I'll do is I'll do that one, put it in, and then that one is easy. And I actually do know this alg, so it's RU, sledge, RU. So for this one, I'm going to do yellow. It's pretty nice, so I'll move that one out, put it down, and then I can just rotate that one in like that. And, oh, literally just a hedge. Okay, very easy. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do orange, so last edge is right there, so I'll move it over, rotate it, bring it down, and then we'll just do a hedge to U-perm. Okay, so for this one, super easy, literally just a one move layer on white, and then yeah, it's just a 4 sledge case. Okay, so for this one, we have a nice 3 mover on green. So first, put that one in, bring that one down, and then that brings that one into the right place. So bring that one down as well. And wow, we just have a hedge U-perm. Okay, wow, this is really not anything too great. I'd probably just do orange, honestly, just bring that one down. And then for the last one, I'll bring that one down and then just rotate the last one. And okay, it just leaves me with a 4 sledge case, or 3 sledge case, sorry, sledge, hedge. Okay, so for this one we have a 2 move on yellow, so move that one down, move that one down, and now we just have sledge U-perm. Alright, so on this one I guess we'll do orange because that one's one move to get that corner in, and then we'll just rotate that one in. And now we just have sledge U-perm. Okay, and for the last Skewb solve I see a 3 move layer on white, so first we'll just move that corner up, move that one down, then bring that one down. And yeah, unfortunately I don't know the alg for this, so just gonna do a sledge and then Z-perm. Before I get into score 1, I just want to say that I don't know a lot of the terminology for this event. I don't know the names of all the cube shapes and stuff, so I'm sorry. This is a pretty nice cube shape, so I'll just move those 2 over, move those 2 edges down. Now I just have scallop, scallop, so very easy cube shape to finish. Now I'm going to put that white corner on the bottom like that. Now I'm going to get all the white edges on the bottom, so just a 2-edge swap. Now we're going to permute the corners, so we just have to switch those 2 and those 2, so I know an alg to do that. Now I just have 2 U-perms. I don't know an alg for this, but I will just do adjacent, adjacent twice. For this cube shape, what I'll do is move them both layers over like that, and I'll move these two up. Now what I can do is move them back like that, so now I can have scallop kite. So that's a very easy cube shape to finish off. Now I will put those two yellow corners together. Now, and then I'll move the bottom over, move the whites down, so that way I'll have white on the bottom. Now we'll just orient the edges. Now for corner permutation, we just have to switch those two and those two, so I know an alg for that. And now for this, I don't know an alg for this case or anything, so just do adjacent to correct one edge on each side. And again, 2 U-perms, but I don't know an alg for this, so I'll just do adjacent twice more. For this case, if I move the bottom over, then I can slice, and now I just have a scallop kite, so that is very easy to finish. Now I will do corner orientation, so get the 2 white corners together, and now I will put them down. For edge orientation, I just have to swap those 2. Now for corner permutation, the ones on the top are already correct, and then I just need to switch these 2 on the bottom, so I know, I know an alg for that. And then for edge permutation, I'll just do adjacent, switch those two, so the top will be correct, and the bottom will, it'll have this the Z-perm sort of thingy, and I know a really easy alg to finish that off. For this solve, the first thing that I'll do is I'll bring these 2 up, so that way I have scallop here, and then I'll rearrange it like that, so I have scallop kite, and that's a very easy cube shape to finish. Next, I'll just move the bottom over, move the white corners down, so now I have corner orientation. Edge orientation, super easy. And for corner permutation, we have those 2 correct, so we just have to do a double switch of those 2. I know an alg for that. And then, oh, super lucky, we just have adjacent. For this cube shape, what I'll do is break the scallop up like that. Then I'll put these 2 together like that, so when I slice, I will have 2 barrels. And then I can do that, and now I'll have 2 kites, so that is cube shape. Now for corner orientation, put those 2 yellows together, bring them up to the top. Now we have edge orientation. Now for corner permutation, those 2 are correct, so we just have to do a double swap again. So I know an alg for that. And looks like we have parity. This is a pretty bad case, but first I'll just do adjacent to correct those 2 on the bottom. Now I'll do adjacent again with these 2, so that one will be correct, so I'll have like a U-perm on the top and adjacent swap on the bottom because I know an alg for this. And that's it. For Megaminx, I always start with white, so first I'm going to look for the cross edges, so I see the white green, so I'll put that one up, and then I also see the white blue, so I'll move the white over, so that way I can put these 2 relative to each other, and then I can move them into place. Here I see the white purple, so I'll do that one next. I see that this pair is pre-made, so I'll definitely preserve that. I see the white yellow, so I'll put it in, keeping that pair intact. And oh, I see this pair already here too, so those will be the first 2 pairs that I do. Next, I'm looking for the red edge, and I see it back there, so I'll put that one in. So the first pair that I'll probably do is the red-blue, actually. So I'm still keeping track of these 2 back here, but I see this one's right here. So I'll do these 2, separate them, put them together, and then I will insert them in here. Next, I'll move into this one, so I'll do the blue-yellow like that. Now I can do this one, so I'll just take it out and put it in where it's supposed to go. Next, I'll do purple-yellow, so I see the edge right there. Looking around for the corner, it's actually in there, so I'll take it out and then bring it up. and I'll do the extra move just to get them separated, so then I can align them and put that pair in. Now the last pair is the green and red, so I actually see them right here, so I can just kind of put them together like that, bring them up to the top, and insert them in. Now I guess I'll get started on the light yellow. I don't even know what this color is, but I see the red edge, so I'll just insert that in like that. Now that's correct. So now I'm looking for the pair that goes here, which is green and red. So I see the corner right here and the edge right here, so what I can actually do is put them together like that, and then I can insert the pair in. Next I'll do the light blue. So I see that this pair is already in, and I see the light blue and I guess light yellow edge right there. So what I'll actually do is I'll move this over, and I can preserve this pair, so move it out of the way, move this edge down, so that way I can have that full block right there, which is nice. So now I'm looking for the purple and light blue edge. The corner's already in there. See the edge back here, so I'll bring it up, and then I can put that pair in. Next I'm going to move on to orange. I see the orange and yellow edge right there, so I move that in, and that would go here. But I move it over for now because I'm going to do this pair, which is purple and orange. So I see the edge right here, and I see the corner back here, so I'll bring the corner up, do one more move to separate them, put them together, and then insert that pair in. So now I have this block here, I can move that back down. Now we're looking for this pair, which would be orange and light blue. I see the edge right here, and I see the corner down here, so actually I can just move the corner right up, put that to make that pair, and then insert it. So next we're going to work on the gray side. I see that the gray and light yellow edge is right there, so I can put that right in. So now I'll be looking for this pair, which would be gray and light blue. So I see that the corner's already here, so I'm looking for the edge. It's right there. Can pair those up and put it in. Now I can move that block back. Now we're looking for gray and orange. I see the edge right there and the corner's right here, so I will just pair that up and insert it in. Now I'm going to do the green side. So I see that the green blue edge is already there, so I'll start this way. The first pair I'll do is the blue and yellow. So first I'll move this over so that way I can put the pair in. I see the corner and edge right there, so I will pair them up and put it in. Now I can move this block down. So now what I'll be looking for is this pair. Or the orange and yellow, so I see they're right there, so I will pair them up and put them in. Now I can move this block back finally, and I'm looking for my last pair, which is gray and light green. So I see them right here, pair them up, put them in. Now for OLL, first I will do these two edges, so I'll just do that quick out. And next we have two edges. I don't know what the name for this case is, but I know the alg for it, so we'll do that. Next, so all the edges are actually already in place, so we skipped a step, and next we just have to do the corners. I don't know the alg for this particular case, so I'll just do it this way. And there we go. Okay, for this solve, first thing that I see is that the white yellow edge is already there, so I'll just move that over into place. Now, looking around, I see the white purple back there, so I'll bring that up and put it in. I see the red one is back there, so I can bring that over and put that in. I see the blue is right there, so I guess I'll put that in, and then the green is right there, so I will put that in as well. The first edge that I see is the green purple, so I see the corner right there and the edge right there, so I will put them together and then I can insert them in. Next I see the green and red, so I see the edge there and the corner there, so I'll move the edge up, and now I will move the corner up, and then I can pair them together and put them in. Next, I see the purple and yellow. So they're right here. So I can bring the edge up, the corner up. Now I can make them into a pair, put them in. While I was doing that, I see the blue and red. So what I'll do is I'll just pair them up right here. So I'll go like that to pair them up, and then I will bring them into place. And the last pair that I see is the blue and yellow. So I will put them up to the top layer and insert them. I don't have a specific order that I go in with the colors, so I pretty much just do whatever I see first. So in this saw I happen to see light green first, so I'll do light green and blue. I see the edges right there, so I will put that into place. So now I'll be looking for this pair, which is light blue, light green, and yellow. So I see the edge right there, so I move that up, and looking around I see the corners back here, so I will move that up as well, pair them up, and put it in. So now I'll move on to orange. I see the orange purple edges right there, so I can put that in. Next I'll be looking for this pair, the orange yellow. So I'll move that up so I can put the pair in like that. See the corner right here, and I see the edge right here, so I'll move them up to the top. I can pair it and put it in. Now I can move this block back, so I'll be looking for the the orange and green. And I see them right here, they're already together, so I can just move them right up to the top, separate them, and insert the pair like that. Now I'll move on and do light blue. So I see the light blue and purple edge is there, so I'll put that in. Now I just have to find these two pairs. So I'll start with the purple, light blue, and orange. So I see the corner right there. I see the edge back there. I'll move them up. I can pair them together and insert the pair in. Next, I see the light blue and green. The edge is already in there. The corner's right here. So I'll bring the edge out, and then I can make the pair. Now I'll be doing the light yellow color, and I see the light yellow and red is already there, so I'll move that down like that. So now I'm looking for this pair, the light yellow and dark green. It's actually already paired together, so I can just insert it in, move that block back. Now I'm looking for the light yellow and light blue. I see the corner right there. The edge is back here, so I can bring that up and put the pair in. Now I see that the pink and red edge is already there, so that'll be nice. I guess I'll start with the blue and pink pair, so I'll move this up. I see the two pieces right here, so I will separate them. And now put them together, make that pair. I can bring this back down. Next, I see the light green and pink pairs already together like that, so separate them and insert them in. And then the last pair is the pink and light yellow, so put them together and insert the pair in. I don't know an alg to get all these edges correct, so I'll just do that, and then I will do the opposite of that to get the rest. For this case, you can just kind of do two RU, R prime, U prime, RU to R prime things, so I'll just do that twice. And then so now I just have to rotate these three edges counterclockwise, so I know an alg for that. Oops, I did the wrong alg, sorry, but that happens. So I just did the one, I rotated the wrong direction, so I just did that one twice. And now we just have a really easy 3-corner switch, so there's an alg for that. Okay, for this solve, I'm going to start with the dark blue side because I see that these two pieces or these two clocks are already together. So first I'll start by just putting this pin up. I'll match these two with that one. Now I will take all three of these and match them with that one down there. Now I will take all four of these and match them with that one, and I don't actually have to do any more because that one happened to be facing the 12. So now I will rotate. I'll start with the middle one, match the middle one to that one up there. Now I will take these two and move them down here, and actually they align with both of these, so that's nice. So now I'll take all four of these, bring them up. These two corners happen to already be in place, so now I'll just move those three pins up. So I'll do that corner first, move them to match that, and now I will do the last corner, which is already facing the 12, so I don't have to do any extra moves. For this solve, I'm actually going to rotate and do it like with the 12s facing the right. So first I'll start by moving the center down to match up with that edge. Now I'll take both of those, move them to match up with that one. Now I'll take all 3 of those, move them to match up with that one. Now I'll take all 4 of those, move them up to match with that one, and then I'll take all 5 and do 1 click. Now I will flip. Again, take the center, move it to match with that one. Take those 2, move them up to match with that one. Now I'll take all 3, move them over to match with that one. Take all 4 and match them with the last one. Now I'm going to put these 3 pins up, so I'll do that corner. Now I will put that pin down, do that corner. Now I will put that pin down and do that corner. Now I'll put that pin down and do that corner. Now I'll put all 4 pins up and just make them match the 12s. For this solve, I'm once again going to rotate so the 12s are on the right because these 2 pieces are already together. So I'll start by taking those 2, moving them down to match with that one. I'll take this whole bar, match it with that one. And then take these 4 and match it with that one. And they're already facing the 12, so I don't have to move them all. Now I will flip. And now I'll take the center, move it down to match with that one. Move those 2 down to match with this one. Take all 3 of them up to match with that one. Now I'll take all 4 and bring them down to match with that one. Now I'll put this pin up, so I'll start with this corner, match them up with it. Now I'll do this corner, match them up with it. Now I'll do this corner, match them up with it. Now I'll do this last corner right here, put all the pins up, and move them over to the 12s. For this solve, I'm going to start with the dark blue because these 2 are already together. So I'll start with those 2, move them up to match that one. Take this bar right here, move it to match with that one. Take all 4 of these and match it with that one, and then I'll move them all up to the 12. Flip. Start with the center matching with the top edge. Now I'll match those 2 with the bottom edge. Oops. Now I'll bring this whole bar down to match with that one. Now I'll bring all 4 of them up 1 to match with that one. Start with the bottom right corner. Now I'll do this corner. Now this corner. Now I'll do the last corner. Put all the pins up and move them up to 12. For this solve, I'm going to start with the light side because we already have these 2 together. So I'll take those 2. Actually, that pin's already up, which is nice. So I'll just move them right up to make that bar. Now I'll move all 3 over to match with that one. I'll move all 4 down to match with that one. And I'll move them up to match 12. Now I'll flip. And now when I move this one over to match the center, these 2 are already in place. So I'll have 3 together. So I'll take these 3, move them up to match with that one. Down there, I'll take all 4, move them to match with that one over there. Now, I usually start with the bottom right, but in this case, since this pin's already down, I'll do the bottom left. So I'll do that one, that corner first. Now I'll do bottom right. Now I'll get back to my regular order, so I'll do top left and top right, and then put all the pins up and match it to 12.